as you saw, we are back. Managed to get back up and kill him the next time. Got the orphanage key. Like I said, we would get a key that confirmed that this is the orphanage. Key to the orphanage, birthplace of the choir. The orphanage, shadowed by the grand cathedral, was a place of scholarship and experimentation, where young orphans became potent, unseen thinkers for the healing church. The choir, that would later split from the healing church, was a creation of the orphanage. So that potent, unseen thinkers for the healing church, and the idea that it's called the orphanage, that's just all kinds of creepy as to what they might have actually been doing, especially since we're killing celestial childs. Alright, so this is not using the key yet. The key is for the shortcut. We get this guy right here. We can talk to him. He gives us our make contact gesture. Go ahead and switch out the, we can hang out. So, this is presented because it is significant. This contact gesture, does open up a communication with old ones, with great ones. But it's kind of hard to figure out where to use it. It won't actually come into use until we use it in the Mensis Nightmare. Is where it'll actually get used. I'm trying to hang out and just so you can see, but after a bit, your arms will change position, and that's how you know you've done. Like, if something's gonna happen from it, it happens at the moment that you change your arm position, like that. Other than that, he's just sort of hanging out up here. I don't know if there's anything else up here to get, is there?
No.
No? Other than, this is sort of reminiscent, the way this is domed off like this. This is kind of like one of the giant, cage masks that we see on people in the Mensis Nightmare. And in Yargle. And we haven't made it to Nightmare of Mensis, but, let me open up that door finally. It's a good thing I killed these guys on the way up, or I'd be fighting them now. So I think there's one sucker, one brain sucker, walking around down here. To the right, I did not kill. I'm just gonna avoid. I don't think there's any items for me to get that I didn't already pick up. Yeah, you can still hear him plodding along. Alright, so we use our key to open the door to the orphanage, which neatly wraps back around. What do you have for us? Some Frenzy Cold Blood? Why not? Of course you do. And now we have the shortcut that I was talking about. So this is a great shortcut. And I'll just go ahead, because I think if I can get 2 chunks, I can get another upgrade, and I might, in effort of demonstration, and just hoping that I get it, I'm going to use a Bold Hunter's Mark to reawaken and reset the area, now that we've opened the, shortcut. And just show you the good strategy for farming those chunks. Because I've done this a lot. Chunks are actually hard to get. Alright. You don't have to kill these guys, but they sometimes come up from behind you, so take out the front too. Alright, when you go in here, I've got my poison knives up. Let me go ahead and get up, pebbles. Get something equipped that you can throw. Because all the Wolfie boys are facing the wrong way. So lock on to the nearest one. Throw something at him. Alright, there he goes. Alright, and he's coming back. Now, you want to slowly back up because it may take a bit to get him to come in. See, he does that. You don't want to fight them in there. Not because they can easily gang up on you, which they can. But also that brain sucker guy sometimes comes over. Alright. So sometimes you just get no choice. Like, they get caught on the edges so easily. Why am I not hitting you? I don't know. There we go. One down. And we got some shards. So this is the pattern for the first 3. Actually, just the first 2. Alright. I'm gonna sort of stand in the way a little bit just to try to get him actually to come at me. Now it looks like he's stuck there. He is not. They can pass the first column set. They cannot get out the door though. There we go. So now I got him where I actually like to fight them. They get stuck on this door. And then it's just a matter of just standing quite out of range and then hitting them with your R2 charge attack. Just kill them from safety. Now, the third one, you can take out really without fear of anything coming up behind you. God, you guys aren't going to be nice, are you? Okay. You do want to equip the eye runes, which I have not done. Alright, so there's the next one. Try to walk around behind him. Didn't really get behind him, but you get the idea. We'll take him out that way. Now, if you're going to go for the bonus one, the one that's down the hall, remember if you've opened that door, that bloodsucker is right next to him. So you're actually going to want him to come at you. Just so you don't get in range of the bloodsucker. And no. Well, I mean, I'm not going to farm on camera for bloodstone chunks. But that's the way you do it. It's probably the best spot. They do drop bloodstone chunks now in chalice dungeons. It's not super reliable. So, this seems to be the quicker method to get those. Alright, let's go back and spin these echoes because we have a boss fight coming up. We are going to be fighting the Celestial Emissary next. In the Lumen's Field Gardens, I think is the proper name. Can you say that?
Welcome home. What is?
I shouldn't be trusted for pronunciation of anything, but
Lumen Flower Gardens.
Lumen's Flower, okay. Alright, I'm gonna pump Notice Arcane now scales both my main and my offhand weapon because I put a fire gem in it, so Arcane will scale it. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and go with damage. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and do any repairs that I need to do here. good. Gonna check my runes, see if we're boss fight ready. The moon rune, I think I'm gonna change out. I mean, it's nice to get more echoes, but the all damage reduction 4%, it's a pretty good one. I'm gonna continue to boost health and boost stamina, and I'm gonna keep my corruption rune for now. Although I don't anticipate any kind of invasions anytime soon. If I take it out, I'll forget it, and then we won't get our blood dreg. Is Gearman hanging out? Nope. Alright. Let's go ahead and spin the rest of these. Oh, well, I'm actually kind of stocked, but never hurts. Celestial Emissary, not a crazy hard fight. It's one of the more just sort of figure out what's going on. Sort of like the witches of Hemwick. Figure out the right thing to be attacking. And there's going to be a blobby thing. That is the Celestial Emissary. And it's going to start out looking like the rest of them. Once we attack it enough, it's going to transform and be gigantic. When it's in a gigantic form, we want to keep it out of the garden. We want to keep it chasing us on the stairs. Also, these guys are very weak to an elemental attack, so I'm actually going to keep using my bolt or fire is good. I'm going to keep using... So we're in the boss chamber now. We haven't triggered the fight yet. We won't until we enter that area. But I guess the implication is these little flowers down there are being turned into the blobby thing somehow. Somehow enable that. And whether the Celestial Emissary is a great one or not, I'm not sure. I don't think the little ones are. We've seen people turned into them. They're constantly summoning them during the fight here. They're sort of growing them from the flower. Again, it just would be too easy to create a great one from that. What it does imply, though, because of Yosefka's experimentations on them and her special blood, is like, this is the source. These little blobby things are the source of the church's special healing blood right now. They're sort of farming these guys. Not the most ethical thing. I'm gonna be honest with you. They're farming these guys. That'll be good. For the blood. Alright, so I'm gonna let some of these come up. I'm gonna just kind of weed the numbers down a bit so I get something manageable. I am failing every single time. Alright, and then you, sir, are the Celestial Emissary. So we're gonna bang on you until you go nuclear. Now, we want to keep the big guy out of the field. So you kind of want to, at this point, switch to the stairs. And you definitely, an elemental weapon that has a nice swing attack is great. Alright, he's still... Alright, now he's going crazy on me. So I'm gonna back up here for a second. I just don't want him to walk back in. Because if he walks back in, he'll start using... Get off of him. There we go. He'll start using the big attacks, which I'm gonna see now because he got in. So I failed my mission. And I just gotta watch out for his little death rays that he's gonna do from the garden now. I need to do some crowd control. Alright. Cool. He's walking back down. And we got him. Not a crazy hard fight, but if you let him get down there, he can start blasting all kinds of spells at you, and that's bad. So we got the communion rune from him, which I think we have one, but we got the strongest version. Several refusions of blood, including communion, which raises the maximum amount of blood vials when I carry. This rune represents the healing church and its ministers. Blood ministration is, of course, the pursuit of communion. Again, I believe all this ties into, this is where the church's blood has been coming from. Alright, I don't think there's any items to actually get down here.
I don't think so.
Is there an item to get up here? Or is that just spooky fog?
It's just spooky fog.
And there's no chest back here. And if it seems like this is kind of a lame... Like, I got nothing for this. This is it? This is the Meg Nasty secret? Well, that's because this isn't actually the true secret. Like this. So inside here is actually the secret of the choir. Now, I got him killed. We can take a moment to look. You recognize where we're at?
An altar?
But which altar? We went and we put our hand on that altar. Fought a boss down there in front of that altar.
Cathedral?
Yeah. This is the top of the cathedral. That is Lawrence's skull down there. We get the Call Beyond here, which is that sparkly star explosion thing that one choir member we found in Burgerworth tried to use. One of the secret rites of the choir. Long ago, the Healing Church used phantasm to reach a lofty plane of darkness, but failed to make contact with the outer reaches of the cosmos. The rite failed to achieve its intended purpose, but instead created a small exploding star, now a powerful part of the choir's arsenal. At times, failure is the mother of invention. So, that just shows they've been messing with things for a while. Yeah, that, it's kind of hard to tell from there, but all the candles down there and all that, that's Lawrence's, stone head. If you look back that way, there's the steps up to the cathedral, or to the, cathedral. So quite literally, the choir is the upper echelon of and what lies below here is the true secret of the choir. It's now, if you think about where we're at, we're actually under the cathedral now. And there you go. When we come back next episode, we're gonna go say hi to Abritas.